is this as far as sound? Can we do one last sound check before Mizuki goes? Because this is the setting it's going to be for the rest of the night.
Yeah, probably not. I'll come back. I'll try figuring it out.
Sound check. How are we doing? How are we doing as far as game audio?
Yeah, no, there should be no stream lag. We're not dropping any frames or anything, so it's just an audio problem. In-game audio is fine. Could be a bit louder. Yeah, we turned it up a bit more. Hopefully that's good for you guys.
Yeah.
All right, thank you all very much for having patience with me, and I'll try to come back and make it even better for you later. All right, see you all.
Okay. Can you compensate the whole set? All right, we got shoot Numerics versus Captain Crunch. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. These guys are fast. We got Darren on the mic. All right, we got the debut of Smashing Ground Stadium right now. How hype is this? And we got the best music ever. We got some new music for you this week. All right, Numerics is one of our top players here. He plays Zero Suit, has a lot of character knowledge. I've seen Captain Crunch a few times. Yeah, it's a pretty neutral stage right now.
Oh, wow, okay, this is the first time I'm seeing this. I like that stage a lot.
Yeah, right?
That's well put together. Who did that?
That was Joe. Shoutouts to Joe for setting up that stage. Looks beautiful, right?
Major shoutouts to Joe.
Yeah.
Alright. So I'm actually really surprised that Captain Crunch, he hasn't put out any bananas that I've seen so far. I missed the first few seconds of the match, but normally that's the first thing you see is people playing around, getting their bananas out, and then using that to approach. But he's been playing a very standard game, but kind of Squirtle-esque, honestly.
Yeah, he's on top of him. He's not letting him get it, get anything out. Ooh, command grab. Just like not letting Zero Suit do anything.
Yeah. Let's see what he does with this banana. Maybe he's just not a banana-centric stage player. He kind of likes to do it up close and personal.
Bananas are very good, but it depends on how good the opponent is at item control, because it can be useful for your opponent as well.
Right, it's absolutely a double-edged sword in that if you put out bananas and your opponent has all the skills to get over them, and you're just kind of halfway doing it, you're going to be the one who gets screwed, not them.
Yep.
That's the reason I don't play Diddy. I really love the character, but my item control is not good enough to make it work.
That's why I want to play him, actually, because I have item control.
Oh, that's true. For those of you who don't know, Apollo Ali has lots of little link tricksies that a lot of people don't do. Watch him on stream. If he pulls out his link, it's pretty neat.
I'm probably going to play DDD today, though.
That's okay. So watch out for dash attacks, because there will be lots of DDD dash attacks.
That's right.
Speaking of dash attacks, Diddy pulling out a couple there.
So do you know anything about Crunch, by the way?
I don't. This is the first time I've seen him here. Done a pretty good job overall. I watched him in some friendlies. It looks fairly solid, but I don't know. I think he's going to have a hard time adapting unless he kind of starts to wisen up, because he was really pulling out a lot of the same tricks the entire time I saw him playing. Yeah. So hopefully, he'll get his stuff together. But so far, from what I've seen of him, he's sticking to his tricks. He's sticking to his guns. So hopefully, he can pull out a little bit of creativity as well.
So Dasma is telling us that that Captain Crunch goes to school with him and trains with Hungry Box. I don't know him, but he's keeping it close with Numerics. Is one of our a very good player here. So
yeah,
he's keeping it kind of simple though. You're right, but simple is not always a problem. That's my. I think it's all right to play simple as long as it
as long as it pans out. I think a perfect example of that. I've spent way too much time watching streams, honestly. So one of the things that I've gotten to see is, you watch Amsa's stream in Japan. One of his very good friends and training partners plays a Sonic that's completely different than any Sonic I've seen in America, as opposed to kind of all of the spin dash tricks and all that stuff. He plays a very orthodox down throw to tech chase style that looks completely different, but is just as effective.
Right.
So I think it speaks volumes into that characters can be played different ways.
Yes,
even though
they really can.
People kind of pull themselves into this little meta where you say, oh, well, if you're not using bananas, you're garbage. But clearly he's showing otherwise.
Right. And so, there's just so much to be explored in terms of how people play their characters in this game. It's really that, he's got a solid stock lead right now. Numerics really having trouble getting any traction.
Yeah. And that was a fancy little combo, too. He took him from about 0 to 55 in 5 seconds flat. Speaking of combos, please finish that one.
Ooh, finish your plate, Numerics. You know, another thing is that he's recovering to the center of the stage, the Diddy player, and he can punish that. He had a couple of KO opportunities with forward smash if he just charged it.
That's definitely true. I think one of Zero Suit Samus's inherent weaknesses, though, is that you don't have a lot of KO power. If you're not near the ledge, it can be difficult.
That's right.
Unless you can really get out a strong forward smash, which is slow on its own, or a back air.
Right.
I really do hope we get some of that Pokemon Stadium music going, because I think that the stream is really going to enjoy it.
Yeah, you mean the Trap remix?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, question for you, I think you know this better than me. Does the Nizza change music fairly regularly?
He and I are basically do the music together. And we try to do it like, oh my god! We try to do it like once a month or so.
Gotcha. On the other hand, that recovery from that was way too fancy. Instead of up being, he decided to wall tech, wall jump. But hey, it worked, so I'm not complaining.
Nice platform movement. Numerics rattled.
That was a possible Randall issue.
Oh, you think so?
We were talking about this earlier. If Randall's in the way,
that's some tether
recoveries can get screwed. So that may have just happened to Zero Suit right there. Or maybe it was just bad spacing. I don't want to give him too much credit for free.
Numerics got some good item control, keeping the bananas out.
Alright, so I'll correct you there, keeping one banana out. I don't think he's ever had out two.
No, that's true.
But I think that was nice.
That was sick.
When he does get out the banana, he holds onto it pretty solidly. He doesn't leave it out on the stage.
Yeah. And if he does, Numerics just chucks it up.
Right. That is one of my favorite moves in the game, that down smash, because there's so many options out of it.
Yeah.
If you can land that, you get whatever you want.
Yeah, after this one. That's gonna hurt him.
That's gonna hurt a lot.
That hurts.
I was about to say, he's kind of frozen Numerics a little bit. You see him kind of stuck in one spot, not really knowing how to react.
Yeah, Numerics is a very movement-oriented player.
Yeah. So for a small stage, that kind of hurts him a lot. Not to mention, Captain Crunch actually has wonderful movement.
Yeah, he does.
As I've been noticing more and more as we go through this. So it's really kind of been freezing him.
Yeah, he's having trouble getting his neutral established.
Yeah.
He likes to throw out a lot of dash cancel neutral Bs.
Yeah. He's also thrown out, Numerics has tried to throw out a lot of side Bs, but that's just too slow for this stage.
Yeah,
you have to make yourself you have to make yourself a lot of space for that to be a viable option. It's hard to do here. Not to mention when
scared of that forward smash.
That was some major intimidation right there.
Well, 1 SD for 1 SD, I guess.
That's true. Let's see if it costs him. He's still got pretty strong control of this game. It looks like it's really not phasing him at all. He may be able to pull this out regardless. That stand-up out of trip can be tricky, because it doesn't have as much invincibility as others do, but it has invincibility a little bit later.
The trip? We could tech it too, right?
Right. But what I'm saying is that tech actually has a little bit less invincibility than a regular tech. I like the...
That's it.
That's rough.
Nicely done.
What I will say about Numerics trick, I love that little side B to forward air off of the ledge that he does. I think that creates a lot of space for him.
Yeah. Alright guys, Apollo Ali off. I'm going to put Freeze on the mic. I'm going to play my match. Alright.